Oh no. What happened there? No. Okay. Oh, that sucks. But that was our chance and I blew it. Have a go back. G'day ladies and gents, and welcome to another Sammy Hitzke fishing adventure. You're joining me on a very rock and rolly morning today. We're out in the deep blue, and a bit of backstory for this episode. Earlier in the year, I set myself a goal to catch all the local marlin species solo out of my own boat. Now, today, I'm going to try and tick off the blue marlin. Already I've ticked off the black marlin and the striped marlin, so blue marlin is next on the list. The weather, it was predicted to be a whole lot nicer than this, so hopefully it does calm down because it's pretty rough. Let's be honest, we're at 250 meters and there's a few whitecaps kicking around, so it's not ideal, but hopefully it calms out. I did bring the deep dropping and deep jigging gear just in case we need to save the day with some action, but I'm going to give the blue marlin a red hot crack. See if we can catch one of the angriest fish in the ocean and do it solo. Thanks very much for joining us today, guys. Really hope you enjoy the episode. Let's get fishing. Alright guys, this is the spread I'm going for. This guy, Big Bertha, he can go in the short corner. This guy will go in the middle. And then this little tasty morsel, my favourite colour, pink bonito, will go out the back. Now that's a big quasi, really aggressive action, heaps of white water, heaps of spray. Same with this guy, big slant face, pushes a lot of water around, causes a lot of commotion, and this guy is a tasty little morsel that they shouldn't be able to let go by if it comes to it. Got the big reels, Tiger 30s, 37 kilo on there, and the 50 for short corner. This guy can go up the front. Let's get some lures in the water. Have a go at the conditions though. Absolutely shocking. This is a little bit daunting. Problem with blue marlin is you don't know whether the one you hook is going to be 100 kilos or a lot more. Righto, out he goes. Keep this guy nice and short. This guy here. On the next one. And then this little morsel. Up the guts. Suppose I better clip them on. Well guys, we're officially trolling. This weather is absolutely shocking, so kind of don't really want to hook up now and have to fight a fish in this sort of weather, but we'll see how we go. Few birds over there. Yeah, anyway, I got the lures out, cruising along. Let's just hope this wind backs off because it's a bit too gnarly for my liking. Well guys, I've given trolling away for the moment. The old conditions are pretty gnarly, so I don't think it was really safe to be fighting a marlin in that. So I've got the deep drop gear out, see what we can find on that. I've got something on here. Fishing here with a couple of lads. They were nice enough to call me in, so be rude not to try and put a couple of tasty ones in the esky and wait for this weather to calm off. It is absolutely hooting still. Look at it. 26 meters away. Pretty sure I lost my sinker on this one, unfortunately, but it's all right. There's a bit of colour. Oh, I'm the perch king. That's no good. These guys aren't the target species. like a real one. Look at him go. That's better. Yes, much better. Well, hopefully we got something a bit more betterer on this drop. 20 metres. Show me some colour. 12. Please no more perch. I can't deal with more perch. What do we got? Oh, I think we have a flamey. I think we have a flamey. I think we have a flamey. I can see a red one. Only a little tacker, but we will take him. You little ripper. And of course, goes without saying you catch a perch as well. Well guys, be it a small one, target deep drop species acquired. Now we should see if we can get a few of his bigger mates, because he's only a little tacker. I think a few more bigger and better would be a very welcome addition to the box. But beautiful fish, aren't they? Absolutely stunning and phenomenal on the plate. So let's get him bled and get back down and try and get some more. Alright, almost down. Rightio. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that. Oh, I think we might have another one. Doesn't look that crazy, does it? Let's go down. Got him that time. Got him that time. Yeah, that's the go. That's the go. Righto, 20 metres away. What have we got here? Certainly been putting up a bit of a show. Please be a big flamey. Oh, look at that. 18 metres. Bit of reverse. Help the process out. There's a bit of colour. What have we got? Show me some red. There's a bit of red. Oh, is it a cod? We might have a little coddy. Oh, cod and a flame combo. That's the combos you're chasing. That's the combos you're chasing. Have a go at that. That's a tasty little drop, that one. Bar cod. And then flamey. That's definitely the sort of drop you want to be having. That's a lovely, lovely addition. Oh, watch those hooks. Let's grab these hooks out. Circle hook, doing an absolute wonder in the corner of the jaw there. Bit of mullet. Guys, if you were wondering, these are the 12-0 UV rigs. This is a 6-hook one because I'm in Queensland. We're allowed to run 6 hooks. Actually sell these on my website, so if you are looking to get into your deep dropping, oh, That hook was going absolutely nowhere. There we go. Only a small flamey and only a small barcod, but both delicious size eating. They both took the mullet too. Love a good fillet of mullet. Well, this is a good little bit of entertainment before the lures go back out for blues. I have actually noticed it is starting to calm down a little bit. Not heaps, but heaps more than it was. Well guys, that's the tasty double, that is. Flame and barcod, both small size unfortunately, but better than nothing. Both welcome additions to the box. That's it's coming along nicely now. A couple more of these. Might have to chuck the lures back in and see what we can do with the lures. But no, that's a beautiful little drop for table fish. That is unreal. Yeah, got him that time. Got him that time. He's having a fair go, that one. Oh, look at that guy go. Yeah, that's a real one. Yes. Whoa. Hope this isn't a king eve, because it's a bloody good fish. Whatever it is, definitely biggest or hardest fighting fish of the day. Might even be multiple fish. That would be lovely. 13 metres. What have we? Are you going to get some red for us? Oh, it's a big flame. It's a big flamey. It's a big flamey. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, yes. Wow. Have a go at the size of that one. That's the one we wanted. That is definitely the one we wanted. Yes, thank you. Have a go at that for a tank. What a cracking flamey. He was going so hard I was calling him for a kingfish. I tell you what, that is an absolute stud muffin. What a cracker. Big flame on the tail, big gold flanks. A fish just does not get any prettier than that, and they taste absolutely fantastic. Oh, what a belter. That's awesome. I'm stoked with that fish. He's got a bit of weight to him too. It's not as big as they get by any stretch, but he's a really nice fish. That is a cracker. Yes! Makes me not feel too bad about the day so far. I reckon I might have a couple more drifts, chuck the lures back in. It's not looking too bad out here now, is it? Starting to look half decent. I reckon we can troll on this, the blue marlin, continue. But if the flames are going to keep coming up like that, well, it's going to be hard to go past them. What a cracker. What is going on here? Well guys, I don't know what's going on here, but we've got something big on. Might have picked up a shark or something on the way up. But it's big, proper big. Oh, now we're losing a bit of line. Okay. We might have a mako or something on it. Possibly. Oh. Okay, it's gone. That was big, whatever that was. I think that was more than likely a shark. But whatever it was pretty serious. Come up for the first little bit and then he cracked the big old sads. Half a rig. Well, this will be interesting. I'm seeing some scuff. Well guys, I'm going to say that was either... there's a shark. There's a pretty clean cut there. That is sharky every day of the week. Well, I think that's a sign. It's a sign to put the lures back out and keep on our quest for the bluest of marlins. Let's give it a whirl. That was good fun. Well guys, blue marlin trolling's going very well. Conditions are awesome. The problem I have now is I've just gone over a pretty epic patch of fish in 330 meters of water, and it requires my attention. It's 2 o'clock in the arvo. I'm gonna have a couple of quick drops just to see what they are, because it's a pretty good show. I'll make sure I put a screenshot in the video so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But it needs to be fished. And then I'll troll the arvo out, promise. Promise, promise, promise. All that show and one green eye out of them. Now either they weren't chewing or I wasn't hitting them, but I was pretty sure I was on the mark, so who knows. Either way, it's the kick up the bum I needed to put the lures back out and try and nail this blue. Oh, another thing, look at the weather now. Starkly different from this morning. Little arvo bite on the blues. Well, not blues, just the one. Just one would be good. One around 80 kilos, nice and manageable. You're laughing. Anything bigger than that, we might be in for a bit of an ordeal. Anyways, lures are back on, everything's packed away. I just need to pack up the electric and I'm out of here. Well, the lures are in. We are trolling. Final crack for the day. Give this another probably 2 hours. See what we can rustle up. Nice small one. Last thing you want to do is hook a giant now. Have to fight it in the dark. No thank you. Oh dear, we're on, but oh no. What happened there? No. I just had 2 outfits crack off. We had a marlin on. It was jumping, it was hooked. Oh no. What happened there? No, no, no. Oh. Well, that's popped. And then run into this one. He was caught in the line of this one. He jumped into this other line and crack, crack. Oh, that's a massive bummer. Well, ladies and gents, that was our shot. We had the middle bait hookup, my pink bonito friend. My favourite pink bonito, well, not favourite, but heavy tackle pink bonito, hooked up. I'm pretty sure I had my drag too tight. I was trying to set a heavy tackle hook and I think I just went a little bit too crazy on it. Fish was jumping, I'm pretty sure it was hooked. Cracked that one off, and then it got tangled up in the shotgun lure and cracked that one off as well. So that's how you lose 2 lures really, really quickly. Yeah, bugger. That kind of sucks. And it's kind of that late in the day that I've only got 1 rod rig, so it's kind of a bit pointless. Continuing on. I might pack it up, and we will call that a massive, massive learning curve. I'm a little bit disappointed, guys. He looked like a nice sized fish. It looked from here, which means nothing, but he looked to be like that 70 kilo mark. Very, very manageable for someone of my capabilities in this boat. Oh, that sucks so bad. Back to the drawing board. I think I'm gonna rig my skirts with light gauge hooks and run a little less on the drag front. That will be my learning curve for next time. Bugger! Okay. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Anyway, guys, let's cruise back in. That was our chance, and I blew it. Well, guys, still a little bit disappointed about cracking off that blue, but at least we got a nice feed. Little update. So the drag that I thought I set at 12 kilos with the scales the night before was actually pulling 19.5 kilos. So that would explain the big old shock load and crack. Now we know for next time. Yeah, it's not the ideal way to lose your first blue marlin, but oh well, we know now. And I will rebuild. Anyway, so we've got a nice feed, some kraken, or 1 kraken flametail snapper, a couple of smallies, a cod, and some little perch. Now, as many of you would know, I very highly regard the old flametail snapper. Extremely good eating, so we might fillet one of those up, and yeah, let's get into it. That's 1 down, a few more to go. Beautiful flesh on these guys. Nice firm white flesh, juicy, succulent, absolutely delicious. Okay guys, we're back inside. It's time for a bit of a tackle talk. Now, you may notice I sound a little bit nasally this morning. That is because I've managed to contract a case of the sniffles. I did do a few tests. I haven't got the dreaded spicy cough, which is always good, but I do have the sniffles, but that's okay. I'll be back out on the water in no time at all. Now, for today's tackle talk, I did want to go through something a little bit different, which is, in fact, the safety gear that I take and rely on while I go on these big solo trips. I get asked a lot of questions about them, so I thought it'd be worthwhile going through. Now, of course, one of the big ones, and it is standard on all boats that should be going offshore, is your marine radio. Now, a good quality one is a must, but I also had 2 other boats out there on that day that I was in constant contact with. In case something goes wrong, you can get in contact with them and they'll be on the scene in no time at all. And they're also keeping an eye out for you in case something goes amiss. They can also raise the alarm. Now, another big one that I started doing about 4 years ago is wearing one of these the whole entire time. Now, you guys would have seen this in just about all my videos where I'm fishing offshore solo. This is a waist belt PFD1, personal flotation device, and it is a 100, which means it is rated to the offshore environment. Now that goes around your waist, it's out of your way, but it is on you at all times, which means if ever you slip up and go in the drink, you've got this on you. You don't have to grab it or you don't have anything over your shoulders. One of these is something I highly, highly recommend if you fish bays and offshore solo. super easy to have on your person. They don't get in the way, and they're going to save your ass if you end up in the drink. Now, on top of that, in addition, I have one of these guys attached to the belt of this PFD. Now, this is a PLB, or personal locator beacon. Essentially, it is a mini EPIRB. So if I fall in the water at any stage, I've got flotation, and I've got a device that will allow me to alert emergency services and tell them my exact position. Now, it's not always feasible for someone like myself to be wearing my motor shut-off lanyard around my wrist. I wear it on the way out and on the way back where I'm doing long periods of driving. But in other cases where I'm moving around the boat, often checking rods, re-rigging baits, or moving up and down drifts, it's just not feasible. Even with the big long extension, you're going to get it caught around things. It's probably going to do more harms than good. Yes, it would be awesome that if you did fall out of the boat in the unforeseen circumstance that happens, that your motor shuts off, but it's just one of those things where you can't have that lanyard on all the time. So the next best thing is to just admit that don't worry about the boat. If that goes off into the sunset, that's all good. As long as you have flotation and can be found, then that is all that really matters to me. Or worry about the boat later. Worst comes worst, we can always buy another one. Now, obviously, I also have all the other standard safety gear that you're required to have when fishing offshore. EPIRBs, flares, all that sort of stuff, V-sheets. I actually have an app called the Decky app, which I've started recently using. It allows you to log all the expiration dates of the important stuff like your flares and your EPIRB, so you know that you're never going to go out there with expired safety gear. It sends you an alert, and it keeps you up to date with when they're going to go out. Now, aside from logging on and off with your local marine rescue or Coast Guard, another thing I've been doing with the Decky app is utilising one of their cool features, which is called a float plan, and that allows you to put in all the details of your trip and then share it with people who are going to be your emergency contacts. And that just keeps them up to date with what you're doing, where you're going to go, and where you're coming back to, and all your times and stuff. It's essentially like a Coast Guard login, but with your nearest and dearest, so they know where you're going to go. And you can actually update that on the water, and it will send them a notification with that updated information. Very handy for someone like myself, where I go out and you go, I'll be back by lunchtime. Oh, that turns into mid-afternoon, or they're biting, it turns into dusk. So it's good to have one of those set up, and people will always know where you're heading and what time to expect you home before they raise an alarm. So all good things to have, guys. I'm sure there's plenty of other little safety tips and tricks that you guys have. If you do have some, make sure you leave them in the comments. I think safety is one thing that should never be overlooked or kept secretive. The more information we have, the safer we can all be, the better. I know there is a couple of cool products, proximity-based products that you can wear around your wrist that will shut your motor off if you fall in the drink. I haven't got one. I have seen them, but they're not really readily available here in Australia, so we'll keep my eye out for one of them, because I think that sounds like a great idea. I haven't used one personally, but it sounds like a great idea in theory. But yeah, any other tips and tricks, guys, make sure you sing out and let us know in the comments. Guys, unfortunately, that is all we've got time for this week. We didn't get to tick the blue Marlin box, but there is some good weather forecast, and I have my sights set on righting those wrongs and getting straight back out there and seeing if we can get it done. Of course, if you'd like any information on the fishing gear used in this episode, you can check it all out at wilsonfishing.com. If you'd like to support the channel, you can head over to my website, sammyhitzkefishing.com, and there's heaps of merch available. We got hats, shirts, fish dehookers are back in stock. We got new stickers, and also those awesome deep drop rigs which are used in today's episode as well. So if you're in the market, make sure you head over there and check them out. There's plenty there to tickle your fancy. Guys, I hope you're all safe and well and getting stuck into a few fish yourself. I'm going to go reset my drag, maybe change to some light tackle hooks and get straight back out there. So I'll catch you next week for another Sammy Hitzke fishing adventure. Cheers.